Picture this. You're a 47-year-old guy. You're scrubbing dried lasagna off a plate in the kitchen. You have a nice house, a beautiful wife who makes you coffee every morning, and kids who still think you're some kind of superhero. Life is good, really good. But while listening to the sound of water splashing and letting your thoughts wander, you think about her again. No, not that's her, not your wife. Her. The other girl, the one who got away. The ghost in your Spotify playlists. Yup. Turns out you're living the dream, while still secretly dreaming about your love from 20 years ago. And the twist? She is still in love with you too. Shocker. So, today, my friends, we are gonna dive into a Reddit post that hit hard, like 4,000 upvotes hard. A generation of emotionally repressed adults read it and be, damn, he just said what I scream cry into my pillow at 3 a.m. This ain't just about love. This is about the love that got away, but never actually left. Buckle up and put on your most nostalgic playlist. Let's go. Oh, and maybe call your therapist for the aftermath too. It's confession time. So here's OP's story. I'm in my late 40s. I've been married to my wife for over 20 years. I absolutely love her and the life we've made. However, I also know I'm still madly in love with my ex-girlfriend, the girl I left behind to move to the city to chase my career. There hasn't been a day that's passed that I haven't thought about her. Recently, she contacted me to reconnect me with her father. In doing so, she and I started to talk again, and she admitted that the thoughts and feelings I have for her are mutual. Not a day has passed that she hasn't thought the same. But she's also married and has kids and super happy with her husband, just like I am with my wife and my kids. But a part of our heart belongs to the other, and we really have no idea what to do with that love, other than just continue to lock it away. To protect our marriages, we decided to stop talking again. But I still think of her. Every day. I truly love my wife. I also truly love my ex. And I have no idea what to do with those emotions. So, our guy OP is living a good life. But, and this is a big but, he's been haunted at the same time for 20 years by a ghost that's still alive. His ex, whom he left behind on that summer day. Deep, deep inside, buried under PTA meetings, grocery runs, or moments of simply washing hands, even when you don't want to, the brain still asks, do you miss her? And you gotta sigh and admit, yes, I do miss her. Honestly, he loves his wife, genuinely, with no complaints. He's fully committed. But when his dream girl texts, how does his chest feel? Luckily, or disappointedly, they both agree to stop talking. But, deep inside his head, he knows his heart won't surrender. Sometimes, the most painful love stories are the ones where nothing happens. Why can't time erase them all and gotta make you suffer like this, every single day? And is it wrong when you feel this way? Okay, so let's talk about it. The first layer of this slow-motion heartbreak onion. Memory and regret. When you are 50, there are a lot of unsent letters. You write your heart out at 2:47 a.m. You can't sleep, you reread it 100 times, then just put it away when the sun rises. Forever. Though 3,000 podcasts told you that writing helps you move on, you know that it will always be there, tucked away in the mental junk drawer, between that embarrassing dream about your boss and the lyrics you swear you made up in 3rd grade. On one hand, he has his wife, his endearing face of stability and a partner in crime who's been there with him through taxes, tummy aches, nights of their newborn days, and terrible IKEA furniture builds. She's not just wife, she's the one who knows which mole on his back is new, the one who's seen him cry over a dropped lasagna, the real MVP. And the other hand is the girl who smells like freedom, fireflies, and that one summer before life got real, where there is no fighting over bills, no getting annoyed when the other gets difficult, or complaining about snoring too loudly. It is the image of perfection and untouchable imagination. A what if that became a never mind, then somehow turned into a full-blown emotional backup drive that can never be deleted. We could have been something. The thought about these what ifs always kills us a little inside, somehow. And he's now caught between two parallel universes, the real one he chose, and the one that never stopped choosing him. Though after all that, our guy drops the emotional nuke. I truly love her, but I also truly love the other her. What an outrageous line. Excuse me, sir, Pick a lane. Hearing that, we already want to jump and yell this at him. But if we think about it hard, there's got to be a little pause here. The thing is, what if the heart doesn't have lanes? Society keeps telling us that love is this sacred vault with one key, with one person, to form a true pairing. End of story. But what if I tell you that's a neat lie, full of fabrications and Netflix propaganda? In real life, our hearts are less like a clean vault and more like a drawer containing an emotionally chaotic mess. You think you've moved on? Great. Until you open that drawer out, boom, there's your ex. Emotionally folded next to your wedding napkins and your 2011 Tumblr poetry phase. Still there and vibing. And no, he's not cheating. Or emotional cheating, like how we often label people like him. He just isn't a robot and admits that love can be deleted like an email. We hate this idea because it breaks the fairy tale. You know, the one where real love is supposed to come in, fix your life, erase your past, and throw a Disney filter on everything. But real and grown-up love is like sand. It's messy and all over the place. To make things worse, that lady texted and told him that she still loves him, just as he does. Despite everything that he did, abandoned her to chase after something else. How much regret can one man have after they hear something like that? That's what's happening here. He's dreaming about someone who's alive, but no longer his. And let's be honest, how many of us here are still dreaming about people who exist only in the what-if version of our life? So yeah, maybe the problem isn't that he loves two people. Maybe it is the way of thinking that love always has to be singular, neat, contained, and monogamously pure, when in reality it's just human with a little heartbreak. And when we condemn others for acting like normal people, only shame and more shame await. Maybe the point isn't to do anything. Maybe you don't have to pick apart every feeling and force it into a solution. Maybe the love just is, and that's okay. And now, we reach the cutoff when the mic drop. "We've decided to stop talking again," he said. "Excuse me, is this maturity? On the internet? In this economy? Look, most of us barely have the willpower to skip that 'Are you still watching?' Netflix button. But these two? They have enough emotional intelligence to look love in the face and say, 'Nope, not today, Satan.' If love is a door, then they stood on opposite sides of it, hands hovering over the doorknob and feel the warmth, knowing exactly what's on the other side, and still turning away. Not because of a fight, not because someone caught someone doing something bad. No, because they actually love their families too much to wreck them. That's not a breakup. That's ghosting, with emotional maturity trademark. Was it the right thing to do? Was it brave? Or was it just easier? Who knows? But just because the door is closed doesn't mean it doesn't suck. It just means you're choosing who you want to be today, with a price to pay. And just because you stop talking doesn't mean the feelings leave with it. He's still thinking about her. Every single day. Yes, every single day, like a full-on spiritual side hustle. You're married, you've got kids, and a ton of other things going on. And still, every day, this woman lives rent-free in your mind. At this point, it's not even about her anymore. It's about who you were with her. The version of you that never left, never chose the current path. It's the version of youth, wild, reckless, and alive. A part of you who still continues to live on from those summer days. A quiet ache for a road not taken. What can you do about it? Here's the twist. It's not about choosing wrong. It's about knowing two things can be true. You can love your life and still mourn the life you didn't live. You can love your wife and still feel the echo of a love that never got closure. And loving someone is a feeling, while staying with someone is a choice, a conscious, daily, even though you are annoyed that they left the dishes in the sink again and again, and your choice still stays the same. And that's not betrayal. That's just being human with a soul and, apparently, a playlist of emotional damage. So what do you do with that? Nothing dramatic, really. You keep going. You hug your kids, take out the trash, and live the life you chose. But yeah, you also have to pay the price for it, with a heartache, because now you know that the good life you are living doesn't come without a heavy cost. All right, pause a bit. Let's try something totally cursed real quick. Imagine you're the wife or the husband. You've got a good life, a happy family, and every day is satisfying. Then one day, your partner hits you with this. "Hey, I still think about my ex every single day. But don't you worry, it's in a wholesome way. Cool, very cool, very normal, very romantic. I also love to hear my partner emotionally time travel to 2001 every morning before breakfast. But real talk, would you want to know? Would you forgive them? Until now, it sounds like I was preaching about acceptance. But if it were me, I would print the divorce papers and a Yelp review for their therapist. You know? Guess the propaganda got me, or it's just not that easy to change. So what are your thoughts? Drop in the comments. I genuinely want to hear what you guys think. No judgment, just a chill space to share. And that's it, folks. Let's wrap it up. You know, love isn't always this cute Pinterest core montage of soft kisses and holding hands in the rain. Sometimes, love is quiet. Sometimes, it's sitting in your chest like a roommate who never pays rent but also never really does anything bad enough to make you kick them out. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for someone is to let them go. No grand gesture, no acoustic guitar playing in the background. Just a nod and a soft smile. Some people don't stay in your life. They're not your present, or might they never be your future. But they're there, like air, invisible, necessary. And occasionally, they hit like a gust of wind when you're already off balance. And honestly, maybe that's enough. So, that's the end. If you want me to dig into more wild Reddit confessions, just let me know below. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video if you vibed with it. Reddit's got infinite drama. We just need more people to stay around and unpack it together.